Hi. Sorry, my low battery came up there. I'm so excited to see you guys. I hope you all had a great spring break. Tomorrow we are going to have our What's Up Wednesday conversation on Zoom. So we will be sending out, or if we already did send out the two codes. There's two different times that you can come visit us on Zoom. Mrs. Dawson and I, and we can't wait to see you because we miss you guys so much. Don't forget on your work, we are putting a different type of a submission button so that when you finish your ELA work, you might not necessarily have to share it with us anymore. That you'll submit it to us as an assignment so that we can give you feedback on it because we want to be able to help you, show you what you're doing correct and incorrect, and help you move forward. So kind of look for that with how your assignments are posted, just so that we can discuss them. As far as restart goes, we left off where they were fighting in the nursing home, and the security guards were coming to break it up. But Mr. Solway actually he ran into one of the boys with his walker pushing him over. So it was kind of getting hot and heavy with this fight going on in the middle of a nursing home. Totally blew my mind. And I'm all left on a cliffhanger too, so I didn't read ahead, so I'm right where you're at. Okay. Bear points an accusing finger at Chase. It's his fault. Nurse Duncan is in a towering rage. What is? Residents are beginning to appear in doorways to investigate the cause of the disturbance, so the head nurse drops her voice. What is all this insanity about? In answer, Chase pulls the flinger bag off the Hoover and dumps the contents onto the floor. He digs through the mound of fizz and dirt and comes up with a star-spangled ribbon, gray with dust. Dangling off the end of it was the highest and most renowned military decoration any American soldier can earn, the Medal of Honor. Not even the contents of the vacuum bag can dull its brilliance. Is that mine? Mr. Solway asks in amazement. Chase nods. I took it from you. I don't remember doing it. It was before my accident, but that's no excuse. He hands it to its rightful owner and bows his head, shamefaced. It was the old you, Brendan mumbles around a rapidly swelling jaw. There's only one me, Chase says it so quietly that I can hardly hear him. Mr. Solway turns the medal over in his fingers. He seems stunned. What about these two clowns, he asked. Were they in on it? Aaron and Bear turned terrified eyes on their former best friend. It was me, Chase replies. I took it and I hid it behind a loose cedar shake on the roof of my house. That is what I was doing when I fell. I guess I got what I deserved. He shakes his head. I don't know why I would do such an awful thing. I must have thought that I could sell it. Mr. Solway looks shocked and very sad. I almost speak up for Chase, but in the sight of the stolen medal strikes me a minute. Good Chase, bad Chase. There's no question that they're looking at the handiwork of the worst one of all. I can tell that Joel wants to support Chase, but he doesn't know what to say. He's the quiet twin. I'm the mouthy one. Brendan's jaw is turning purple, so he's not talking either. Kimberly's completely lost, and Aaron and Bear are so relieved that no one's blaming them. They're keeping their mouths shut too. The only words come from Nurse Duncan. Well, I have no idea what of any of this is supposed to mean. The one thing I understand is that a crime has been committed here. She takes a deep breath. I'm calling the police. Okay, that's the end of that chapter, but I do have to read on today because I can't leave you with that. This is in Chase's point of view. There are worse things than falling off of a roof. Being arrested, for example. Being known all over town as the guy who was low enough to rob an old war hero of a medal given to him by the President of the United States. The part that really hurts is what Mr. Solway must think of me now. I stole from the person I respected more than anybody I ever met. Talk about fate. I was already guilty of the theft before I even started admiring the guy, and I'm absolutely sure he'll never speak to me again. Why should he? I wish I could never speak to me again. While we wait for my hearing in juvie court, Mom keeps me out of school. I like it better that way. I don't have to face anybody to find out how much they despise me. Yeah, sure, they always despised me, but now they've got double reason to despise me. Brendan and Shoshana have even called my house, but Mom won't let me talk to anyone. That's on the advice of our lawyer, but it's just fine with me. I can only imagine what Shoshana has to say to me, and I don't want to hear it. Anyway, it can't be worse than the things that I'm saying to myself. Aaron and Bear tried to call too, probably to thank me for covering for them. Hey, I stole the medal, but those guys have to be considered at least accomplices because of our three-way split arrangement. To be honest, I'm not even that mad at them anymore. I was just as bad as they are, the right ringleader of the whole sick trio. They haven't changed at all. I'm the one who's different. At least I hope I'm different. Besides, I won't have to deal with them anymore after the hearing. I'll probably wind up in juvie. Even when I get out, chances are that their parents won't let them associate with me. I'm a delinquent, a bad influence on them. For all I know, that might actually be the truth. Maybe Aaron and Bear were a couple of angels before they met me. Juvie. There's a really high probability I'm going to end up there. The judge is the same one who sentenced Aaron, Bear, and me to community service, so I can't even say this is for my first offense. As for pleading not guilty, it's too late for that. Everybody knows that I did it. My mom forgives me, but that doesn't mean much. If you can't expect mercy from your own mother, you may as well throw in the towel. Johnny came back from college to stand with me at the hearing, which means I'm messing up his life too. The only other people I ever see are my dad and his family. Go figure, my stepmother, Corinne, turns out to be my biggest fan at the time when I'm in a toe jam to the rest of the world. Not that Mom isn't supportive, but she's so scared of what's going to happen to me that her nervousness is making everybody nuts. Corinne's different. First, I'm not her kid. And second, she's not the one who might be going to juvie. So she can be a little less emotional about all this. I have to believe that the judge will be able to see the kind of person you are, she said. I guess I was pretty rotten to you and Helene, I say. You know, before. I don't remember it, but I'm still sorry. Never mind that, she replies. Let's focus on how things are now. Helene is only 4, so she understands nothing about my problems. Actually, the only time I feel really relaxed these days is when I'm sitting on the floor with her, playing Barbies. Something the old Chase wouldn't have been caught doing dead. I'm pushing Malibu Barbie's beach cruiser, giving Ken a ride to the luau. Then I notice Dad filming me on his phone. I thought playing with a 4-year-old interferes with your focus on improving things like football, I tell him. Are you kidding, champ? He exclaims. We can show this at your trial. It's a hearing. Whatever. It'll prove to the judge that what a great big brother you are, and that will get you back on the football field. I sigh. I guess you think I'm a pretty big moron for returning the medal. He actually seems to mull it over. Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say it would have been a lot more smarter to just slip it under the Solway's door. Yeah, tell me about it. But you did the right thing, he adds. That medal's worthless to you. You didn't earn it, not like your state championship, let's say, and only has the value to Mr. Solway. I didn't know how valuable it is to him either. He can't remember any of what he did to win it. He blanked it out at the way that I blanked out my whole past. Dad shrugs. Even if he can't remember it, it still happened. I love the kid that you used to be. I started to protest and he holds up a hand. Let me finish. Just because I miss the old Chase doesn't mean I don't appreciate who you are now. I'm not blind. I see the bond you have with Helene. You think that would have been possible before your accident? I thought you considered that kind of stuff a weakness. He reddens. I just don't know the new you yet, and it takes strength to eat the blame and not rat out Aaron and Bear, especially when they are more than deserve it, or to try to make things right with Solway or even the Weber kid, whether they appreciate it or not. You're strong, all right, and stupid. But everybody that has stupid moments, the trick is not to let a few bad moments cost you the game. There's something in his expression that I've never noticed before. It was probably there a lot before the accident, but this is the first time that I actually see it. Pride, which is going to be worth exactly 0 in front of the judge. I do like the one thing that his father has said to him, and I kind of like how his father has changed a little bit in this, at this time and with this incident. Obviously, he's still stuck on football, but you know he is seeing Chase for who he is. But I do like here what his father said. It was, but everybody has stupid moments. The trick is not to let a few bad moments cost you the game. And that's actually a life lesson for anything and any situation. So, you know, we all can make mistakes, but see how you can fix them. So now we're going to have to go see tomorrow how the trial happens and what happens there. I also think it's neat to see how Corinne and his sister Helene have even changed through all of this. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow. I hope you guys are good. Don't forget about the Zoom meeting. If you have any questions with your assignments, please make sure you reach out and ask. And I'm going to do my best to give you some feedback on the work that you're sending in. So make sure that I get those assignments so that I can give you some feedback and help you out. All right, take care. Miss you tons.